Hello my loves and welcome back to my channel. Today's video we're going to be talking about how to make your manifestation happen faster. If you have been waiting a while for a manifestation to happen, there's actually a particular reason why that it takes a long time, and we're going to be talking about how to fix that. Or if you just have a manifestation in general that you would like to happen really fast for you, then this video will also help you do that. So let's talk about why your manifestation is delayed in the first place. And the big reason for that is you are not in energetic alignment with it. Otherwise, you would already have it. So to get into energetic alignment with your desire, the first step of that is to figure out what that energetic alignment is in the first place. And the way that you do that is by figuring out the exact emotion that you are desiring to attract or feel through that manifestation. Your emotions are like the frequencies of energy. It's how we feel energy. So emotional alignment is basically almost the same as energetic alignment. And one of the best examples so that you can kind of picture what I'm trying to explain is imagine a radio. Whatever emotions that you currently feel, that is your energetic state right now. And let's say the emotions that you're currently feeling and that energy is equal to like 98.6 FM. Let's say that that's the frequency you're currently on. But let's say that the song that you really want to listen to, the thing that you're really trying to attract, is on 104.5 FM. Obviously, you are not going to be hearing that song playing on 98.6. You're not going to be hearing that at all. You're not going to even remotely pick up on that frequency. And this is something that greatly hinders us from attracting what we desire, because your energetic frequency dictates the way that you think, and it dictates the types of ideas that you get. It dictates the action that you take in your life. And when we're tuned to the wrong frequency, we're not going to be thinking the right thoughts. Therefore, we're not going to be taking the right action or getting the right ideas or feeling the right way to take the proper action in our life to attract what we desire. We're not even going to find the inspiration that brings us to our desire, because the inspiration and all the ideas sit on that energetic frequency. They sit on that 104.5 FM. You know what I mean? Like if you're trying to listen to a song and it's on a particular frequency or radio station, you're going to need to tune to it before you can hear it. So if you're wanting to attract something, this is about getting into energetic alignment with it prior to it being able to even come into your life. It cannot come into your life prior to you tuning yourself to that frequency. You have to tune yourself to that frequency first. So one of the first steps to figuring out what energy that you need to get into is by defining the exact emotions that you're trying to feel. So for example, if you're trying to attract love into your life, what kind of love are you trying to feel? What kind of love are you trying to attract? Is it one that's really sensual, really romantic, really deep, but also funny, but also committed and honest and trusting and secure? Like, what does that love feel like to you? It's about getting specific about the feeling so that you can recognize the exact emotions that you're trying to feel. And you're going to want to get as specific as possible, not just writing emotions like, oh, I want to feel love. Or if you're trying to attract money, not just keeping it simple like, I want to feel the feeling of being rich. Like, what are the exact emotions that you're trying to feel? Are you trying to feel abundant? Are you trying to find freedom through money? Are you trying to find a funny, humorous, deep connection through love? Like, what are the exact emotions? And getting more detailed with this is best, right? And you don't need it to be way too ultra detailed to the point where we're literally losing our minds, but just detailed enough to where you really feel like, yes, that is the exact emotion that I'm trying to attract into my life. That is the step number one of this process. Step number two is to begin to take action in your life to create this emotion now. Because once you are already feeling that emotion, that's when you know that you're in energetic alignment with what you're desiring to bring into your life. We bring in the experiences into our life that are equal to our energetic state. That's what we begin to attract into our life. So if you're trying to attract something completely different, if you're trying to shift your reality, it begins with making an energetic shift. So now we can think about what types of actions should I take to bring about this feeling into my life. And basically what you can do, there's a bunch of different things that you can do to bring into the emotion into your life right now. So for example, if you're looking for love, you might be wondering, how do I feel love and romance and sensuality when I don't have somebody to share that with or to create that feeling with? And the truth is you can create any emotion on your own without anything else there to create the emotion for you. You're capable of creating any internal emotional state that you desire. And that is key to getting into energetic alignment with what you desire. And so taking action can be all sorts of different things. So if you're trying to attract love into your life, you could do something that brings and invokes those types of emotions. So maybe there's certain art that you can look at that brings out a feeling of romance into your life. Maybe cooking yourself a candlelit dinner every night, even if you're by yourself, will maybe invoke the feeling of romance and date nights and stuff like that. Buying yourself flowers, roses, doing something that evokes this emotion that you're trying to feel in your life is going to begin getting you into that energetic alignment. Or you could also meditate to bring yourself to that state as well. So if you're really at a place in your life where it's hard to take action in a certain way, you can also meditate, and there's deep meditations that you can do that'll walk you through certain experiences. So you could walk through the experience of finding your soulmate, and then it'll evoke those emotions within you, which puts you in energetic alignment during that meditation. And this is going to be where you get some of those inspirations in your life. This is going to be where you get some of those ideas like, oh, maybe I want to go to a coffee shop right now. You know, there's different types of actions that you can take to bring about and evoke certain emotions. Or if you're trying to attract money or be your own boss or something like that, maybe just sitting in that energy when you come home and feel that what it would feel like to work for yourself and be working on your projects and be making money for it. Or if you're trying to attract more money and abundance into your life, evoking that feeling of freedom, evoking the feeling of like security whenever that you can is going to help you get into that energetic alignment, which will put you on that frequency. And then that's going to be where you begin getting the inspirations, the ideas, the synchronistic events. You're going to magnetize certain people into your life. You're going to magnetize certain events, certain circumstances, and things into your life that are going to bring you that manifestation. So that was point number 2. It's all about taking action to evoke that feeling. So step number 1 was defining exactly what all those feelings are, then taking action to evoke all those different types of feelings into your life so that you can begin to feel that way now. And then that's going to be where you begin to tune yourself to that frequency and to that energy. The next thing that I have for you guys, which is actually a really simple thing that you can do throughout the day, and this is your posture. There is a huge correlation between your physiology, which is your posture, and your mood, and also your way of thinking. So for example, if you're in a negative mood, your posture is likely going to be something that's down, it feels heavy, because when we're in a negative mood, we generally feel heavy, which means our posture is going to be a lot lower, it's going to be slouched or slumped, our face expression is going to be more slouched and slumped. But the interesting thing with this is this actually triggers a certain part of your brain as well. So naturally, if you end up just sitting in this posture a lot, that's associated in your brain with a certain way of thinking, because it's your certain way of thinking that makes you feel heavy, that puts you in that posture. But then you can also go into that posture and trigger that part of your brain. It's a two-way street. So it's not just the emotion and the thought that brings out the posture. Sometimes the posture can also bring out the emotion and the thought as well. So an interesting thing that you can do throughout the day is to shift your posture. This is going to shift your internal mood, and it'll also begin to trigger a different part of your brain to think that certain way. So if you want to feel more creative, and if you're wanting to feel more outgoing and abundant and inspired, what is the posture for that? Are we sitting like this when we're really inspired and when we're really outgoing and happy? Or are we sitting like this and we have a smile on our face and our eyebrows are raised and we're excited? Because that physiology, that posture is going to trigger that emotional state to begin manifesting in you, and it's also going to start triggering that part of your brain to think thoughts that are equal to that. So throughout my day, I like to remind myself, especially when I'm noticing and catching myself that I'm working at my computer kind of sitting like this and I'm like, ugh. And I notice that my thoughts actually begin to attuned to that as well. If I'm sitting there like this, even if I'm just watching TV, I'll start all of a sudden thinking about things that I'm sad or worried about because my posture is sending that signal to my brain. But instead, if you can shift your posture and you can catch yourself and put yourself in a new posture like, I feel good. All of a sudden, the thoughts that are going to begin perpetuating from that are going to be equal to that. It is going to shift your mood. It is going to shift your way of thinking. It is going to shift everything about you. And so this is another thing that you can do to begin evoking that emotion. You can also do this to evoke more love into yourself. So if you're wanting to feel a lot of love and romance, like just being more like sensual and flowy with yourself can bring about that emotion within you as well. So your posture, your physiology is also something that can play a huge role in bringing your manifestation to you a lot faster, because this will help your energetic state and your emotional state and your way of thinking. And another thing that I have for you is getting into the mood of receiving. So that you could get into the mood of receiving, you can get into the posture of receiving, but once you're in that energetic state, you're going to begin drawing things to you. So think about it. The emotions that we would feel as if we found our soulmate are the feelings of like love and, sorry, my phone's going off, ecstasy, all these different things. Also, that's so funny. It's like receiving a notification and we're talking about the receiving energy. Like, look at that. Total alignment right there. But anyway, getting into the posture or the mood as if you've already found something, such as like the ecstasy of like falling in love and finding your soulmate and being like, oh my God, this is wonderful, this is amazing, this is so beautiful. If we can feel that emotion, if we can evoke that emotion through our mood and through our energy, that's gonna bring it to you, because that's almost saying to the universe like, hey, I've received this. I've already received it. And the energy of receiving brings more of that to you. Whatever energy that you emit, you attract more of back to you. So emit more emotions of the ones that you desire to feel. You know, if you want to feel more love and romance, give more love and romance. Be more love and romance, because you're going to begin drawing it back to you more than ever. And your physical body language will also change the way that other people interact with you. So if you change your body language to something that's very confident, inspiring, funny, lighthearted, romantic, lovable, that kind of energy and that sort of posture, if you just put yourself in that kind of posture, you're going to notice people interact with you differently, because we all subconsciously pick up on body language. And so people are going to start to interact with you differently if you have a different body language. If you change your physiology, you're going to notice that your interactions with people are very different. So this is about shifting yourself. You are more in control of yourself than you realize. You are in control of your emotional state, and you can evoke any kinds of emotions that you desire at any moment. You are the creator of those emotions, and you can create them in your life. And this is how you can begin to manifest faster than ever. And this really, really works. I know it sounds simple, but it is that simple. It's all based upon your energy and your mood. So this is all about shifting your energy, shifting your mood, and then all of a sudden you're going to be in the energy of receiving. You're going to be attuned to that right frequency where you're going to get all of those correct thoughts. You're going to get all the right ideas. You're going to find yourself taking the right action and being in the place at the right time, and it will feel effortless. That's also the interesting part of this, is when you're in that energetic alignment, all of a sudden those actions and those ideas feel effortless. We don't feel like we have to struggle or reach for them. The reason why we feel like we have to struggle and reach for stuff sometimes is because we're not in energetic alignment. So if we're tuned to the wrong frequency, we have to reach way high to get the frequency that we're trying to reach for. But if we're already on that frequency, it's just there. It's already right in front of us. It's all surrounding us. You're going to be in that energy where things just seem to flow. Things seem to be in synchronicity in this space. So that is how you manifest faster. That is how to draw your manifestations to you faster than ever. And that is what we have for today's video. That is how you can manifest very, very quickly. So I'm sending you so much love. I hope it made sense. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below to see more videos like this in the future, because I'd love to have you there. And hopefully I see you in my next one. Bye!